Depending on the circumstances, a major anniversary can put you in any number of moods. Celebratory, certainly, maybe a little wistful, depressed if you're built that way. But in an age when nothing seems to last, not convictions, not even cities, a centennial, like the one Vanity Fair celebrates this year, makes me marvel at the simple fact of longevity. Over the past years, we've been putting together a volume representing the magazine's first century. It's called Vanity Fair, 100 Years from the Jazz Age to Our Age. David Friend, Lenora Jane Estes, and I have spent a lot of time leafing through old issues. From the first one in 1913, when the magazine came into being as Dress and Vanity Fair, up to the hiatus that began in 1936, and then from the magazine's revival under S.I. Newhouse Jr. in 1983 up to the present. This is one of those chores that wasn't a chore at all, more like a safari with no precise destination, distractions everywhere you look, and an ever-changing constellation of boon companions, from Robert Benchley, Robert E. Sherwood, and Dorothy Parker, to Brian Burrow, Dominic Dunn, and Christopher Hitchens, with Edward Steichen and Annie Leibovitz tagging along to take the pictures. Dipping in and out of these many issues, more than 600 from start to finish, we jotted down sentences that caught our attention. The United States has reached a financial crisis which may easily assume the proportions of a panic. I'd like to know why acrobatic dancers wear a perpetual grin. What have they got to be happy about? New York is like a young girl, eager, healthy, vivacious, and still full of illusions. Why are men, taken on average and as a whole, funnier than women? Well, for one thing, they had damn well better be. Of all the social virtues, the least neglected, the most useful and ornamental, the easiest to practice, and the loveliest is lying. Banks and bankers are by nature blind. They have not seen what was coming. A love affair is not a love affair if the whole world knows about it. The more hollow a play is, the more does the public run to it. Drugs kill. Nonetheless, I was born to smoke opium. More precisely, I was born to smoke opium in an opium den. Nudity on the stage serves the very aim which the censors profess to be their own, the supreme anaphrodisiac. The mind of the American has no middle distance. He is either star-eyed and idealistic about a dim future, or else he is deadly practical and very efficient about some necessary job. In terms of subject matter, those quotations are all over the lot. No surprise in a magazine with the Catholic range of Vanity Fair, which has always covered life and letters, finance and crime, stage and screen, music and art, design and fashion, politics and world affairs. But here's the surprising thing. It's hard to tell which decade each of these quotations is from. For the record, and in order, they're from 1921, 1925, 1921, 2007, 1930, 1932, 2000, 1922, 2000, 1926, and 1920. One notices a tone, a style of writing, a form of humor, and a stance towards the culture that have over the course of a long and tumultuous century remained not only constant, but also fresh. That isn't the case with all magazines, even venerable ones. The age spots darken, the gums recede, you pick up any issue of Vanity Fair from any year, and you feel as if you've resumed a conversation that was interrupted just a few moments before. Over the years, the only part of the magazine that dates itself quickly is the advertising, and in most cases, the ads age in the most charming ways, and almost always hark back to a simpler time. Satchel Paige famously asked, "How old would you be if you didn't know how old you were?" About Vanity Fair, I'd say this: whatever age we are is the age we've always been. Vanity Fair was shaped by the moment of its birth. What historians call the long 19th century, from the French Revolution to the First World War, was coming to an end. That sense of a vanishing status quo, of a complacent and brocaded civilization at its twilight hour, hangs over terms like Belle Epoque and Edwardian. On both sides of the Atlantic, something new is happening. A self-conscious break with the dusty past that upended politics, culture, society, and the way both swells and ordinary people live their lives. It was the birth of the new. Igor Stravinsky's Le Sacre du Printemps, produced by Diaghilev and choreographed and danced by Nijinsky, caused a near riot at its premiere in Paris in 1913. That same year brought the appearance in Germany of Sigmund Freud's Totem and Taboo. In New York, the audacious Armory show introduced America to the